So all the 50 Shades movies have been released. You can own the first two, and this third one is in theaters for viewing. Yes, I will admit I personally have seen all three videos. They are, I wouldn't call them good. Yes, they're well made. I did have to turn my head at some of the scenes because I don't need that, you know? However, I have not read any of the books. From what I've gathered, they're pretty intense. They're quite graphic. I think they're a different level of, say, the movies, but that's just from my point of view. Anyway, I know a lot of women just idolize and adore and love these movies. And my question is, why exactly? It's not a love story. It's not true romance. And I guess what I see from these videos is a very toxic and unhealthy relationship. Anastasia has her issues and Christian Grey definitely has his. It's so deep. Where do I begin? For one, Christian Grey is narcissistic. He is manipulative. He's super controlling and extremely jealous. And it's not right. That's not what you have in a normal, healthy relationship. And for Anastasia, yes, there's all these things about, will she agree to the terms and conditions of what he wanted for the relationship? And I know that she did, but I don't think she realized just how far he would take things. There's a lot to learn from these movies. And what I notice is Christian Grey was always keeping his eye on Anna. She always had a curfew. He always had to know where she was. He used their intimate time as a way of revenge. Also, I mean, I realized that he had code words, you know, if she wasn't comfortable with something, but that's not always the case. So while I see so much of this like really bad stuff, like it is abuse, that's what it is. It's emotional abuse, it's verbal abuse. He never actually hit her, so it wasn't really physical abuse, but it was definitely everything else. And a lot of women go through all the different forms of abuse, whether it's sexual, spiritual, financial, emotional, verbal. And this movie, I would think a lot of women would come away saying, hey, that's not okay. We shouldn't allow this. Here's the thing, when it comes to a toxic, unhealthy relationship, whether it's the guy or the girl, there are moments of intense ecstasy, of amazingness, that person is wonderful and charming and sweet and caring and loving and does amazing things for their special someone. But on the flip side, when they're mad, when they're unhappy, when things are not going the way they want, they are mean and ugly and terrifying, and you have to walk on eggshells and you don't know what they're going to do. So I just hope that a lot more people realize that this isn't healthy, and there's a lot to learn from it to hopefully help end abuse. So those are my thoughts on the videos. They're super educational, and sadly I went through some of that stuff with my ex-husband, and countless of other people have as well. So let's still continue to help to put an end towards abuse in its forms. See you later.